Hey guys, another Mcslots reviews here, and this is the review of the Ninco 1 Lamborghini Diablo. This car has been released in 2012, so it's been around for a couple of years, but you can still get hold of it quite well. And its retail price is $36.99, or from Mcslots is $15.99, and later on there's an offer, so stay tuned and keep watching the video for the offer. The Ninco 1 range is a domestic range, meaning that it's aimed at the stay-at-home racer, the ones that race at home, build a track in their living room or bedroom, or so those that don't have access to large clubs or large tracks. So the features of this car are that it is hollowed out. It's lighter than most of the other cars on the market because it has no interior, and it's got a very strange box, very distinctive box as well. I've taken the other plastic part off, so the box doesn't have a hinge like other Scalextric box, like the Scalextric boxes. Sorry, so there's no hinge on that one. The product code for this car is 55048, and it says Lamborghini Diablo. So the main features of these Ninco 1 cars are that they're hollowed out, or they haven't got any interior inside them, so they're very light, with a 16,000 rev motor, which is, as they quote, for domestic use. That means that it is not going to be very powerful, but compared to like the Scalextric cars, which are 18,000 rev, you're not going to really notice the difference on a small track. But that just means you won't blow out your motor. Also, the gear ratios are 9:27 for pretty much every single Ninco 1 car in the range, and that's a pretty standard gear ratio. Even Scalextrics use that as well. They're pretty durable, pretty tough, and they have got good quality and nice paint schemes, and they don't really skip on the quality of the finish, even though it's a budget range. Now, like I said, it's $36.99, but you can get it at Mcslots for $15.99 on eBay, or there's an offer, so keep staying tuned for the offer, which will be at the end. A few features of this car that I think might be prone to damage are just the wind mirrors, but there's also the spoiler and the exhausts that may get damaged. It's also got nice lights, but it doesn't have working lights because this is a sort of super resistant range, budget range, and domestic house range. So there's no lights on these cars. So if you like lights on your cars, this isn't quite the range for you. Going back to the hollowed out feature, or the weight saving features of the car, you can see straight through it in some lights and some angles. It's very much more noticeable in the flesh than it is on the camera, but you can just see the little dot in the middle there. But that's the only thing I would change on this car, is I would make the screen completely black, like opaque, so you couldn't see through it at all. But that is the only thing that I would change. So that is the car. That's all of its features. That it's 16,000 rev motor, 9:27 gear ratio. It's got no lights. It's for the domestic use, and it is retail price at $36.99. So now we're going to see how it handles on Scalextric's standard track of radius 2 and radius 1 corners. It's the same track as we used for the Stick Bloom Vis set as well. So here's the track, and we're just going to test the car. Now, one thing you might notice is that it's noticeably a lot louder than Scalextric cars, but that is really the only thing that is a problem with this car, but it's not a major one. So they're quite loud, but apart from that, they handle well, they've got good speed. The 16,000 rev motor, you wouldn't be able to tell that it was 16,000 rev. If you put this against another Scalextric car, the only way I think you'd be able to distinguish if it was faster is if it was in a straight line. I think acceleration-wise, a Scalextric car would have it, but Ninco have done a very good job of making the car as light as possible without sacrificing grip. The inline drive's working nice, the magnet's in a good place, and the car rarely kicks out, and it has no problems through the radius 1s or the 2 corners. This is a very good car. I would recommend it to anyone. So that is the review. So the offer is, if you email Mcslots at mcslots@hotmail.co.uk and request this car and quote DMSR1, you can get it off him for £15 and free delivery to UK. If you're ordering from outside the UK, please email him and ask, or let him know where you are, and he'll give you a quote as well. So if you request this car, don't forget to email him directly for mcslots@hotmail.co.uk. Request the Lamborghini Diablo, obviously, from Ninco1 and quote DMSR1. That is the code. Thanks for watching. Please rate, comment and subscribe, and keep the eye out for more Ninco1 reviews and more reviews of any slot cars in the near future. Sorry I haven't been uploading as many as I have been recently, but I've got plenty to do now and I'll be back up to speed like I normally am. So thanks again for watching.